What's up, guys? Welcome back to this ghost walkthrough of Splinter Cell. This is my favorite level in the game. It's also one of the longest and hardest levels in the game.
I'm not here.
In a lot of ways, this level kind of defines this game. It's like the signature level. Anyway, it's pretty tough, so there's going to be a little more commentary in this video than usual because there are a few intricacies that you need to understand. Unless, of course, you just want to figure them out yourself, which is always nice. But I've gone through this level probably 20 times in the last couple days and found a few things that you might just want to look out for to avoid some frustration. So here we go.
Are you going to be staying at the hospital?
Okay, this is the first part that's a little tricky. And it's mostly because up here on the left, you look up there through the glass and there's a security guard up there looking down. He does walk back and forth, gives you a very small window of opportunity to get into the elevator without him seeing you. But it is really frustrating and very time consuming. So for sake of time, I'm going to distract him, have him come down here and knock him out. Now, the way you do that is by grabbing this can, and if you're on this side of the room and you throw it, he'll hear it, but the guy across the room won't. Don't ask why, but it works.
Bizarre.
We've got some bleed over. I think somebody's stepping on you. Let's go to channel 14.
That's not right at all.
Control the relay a heads up. Here with Officer Winston, John Double Van Gogh. Can we get a replacement radio load out? I'm here with Officer Winston, John Double Van Gogh. Can we get a replacement radio run out?
Okay, so this part I have tried really hard to do without knocking anyone out. And without metagaming, it's actually kind of impossible because there's one guy you have to knock out in order to get a data stick to find out what the key code is to unlock one of the keypads, one of the doors that are locked by a keypad. But even using metagaming, I mean, even if you know the code already and you use it, it will work. But this guy is watching over a room that you're going to need to get into later. So he becomes a problem down the line if you don't knock him out now.
It's not ideal,
But I've noticed that
Like I said, this is tight as
no matter what I do, no matter how well I hide the body, if I don't knock this guard out who's kind of patrolling this U-shaped hallway, he seems to always find the bodies.
I'm on hour 15.
Almost no matter what I do. You can't turn lights off and hide bodies inside of those rooms because he'll notice the lights off, turn it on, and find them. You also can't just hide him inside of these dark areas because he just always seems to find them. I don't know why. It's really annoying. So I found that the best way to do this is just knock everybody out on this floor and hide the bodies in the same place. And that seems to work for me. So that's what I'm going to suggest you do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so take a look here. You can see that there's these windows. You can look down into a room that we're going to try to infiltrate a little bit later on. So if you leave this guy patrolling here, he'll be a problem in the future. Okay, right here, if you're using keyboard and mouse setup, if you're on the PC version like I am, I found a pretty good way of getting past this part. When this guy patrols back over to the other side of the room, you just, because you can control pretty perfectly with the scroll wheel how fast you're going. I've talked about that in previous episodes. But if you just scroll all the way down so that you know you're going as slow as possible, then scroll up just one click, that's the fastest you can move through this area without these guys hearing you. So keep that in mind. Okay, this area really pissed me off, mostly because there are areas that seem to be completely dark, but you're not actually in darkness, and these freaking guys will see you and they will sound the alarm. So get in position right here. You can kind of look through these shelves here and see his pattern, but when he moves over there, that's when he won't be looking down this way and see you. But you can see, like, as I walk through here, like, I'm in darkness, but the light meter's all the way at the right side. It's not until you get all the way over to the other side that you're actually in darkness. So watch out for that. Don't forget to grab your weapon here. It's been our kind of primary objective here for the last little while, so pick this up. You get a couple of new items too. Sticky shocker, sticky camera, and airfoil round. I don't use sticky cameras very often, but the airfoil round and sticky shocker are extremely useful. We will be using them a little bit later.
Anybody who was hurt?
Fisher, GPS shows you within sight of the server.
This guy here is one that I suggest knocking out because he just goes back and forth and patrols looking at this door we need to get through, this kind of sliding glass door here. So knock him out for sure. I like playing with this guy in this room. If you dangle from the railway here and wait for him to pass by and then drop down, the alarm is behind you, so he'll try to run past you. You can just punch him right in the face.
All right, Lambert. We're in.
Good. Grim?
I'm inside. Just There, the leak is a low-security PC registered to one Mitchell Dougherty.
Great. Dougherty's PC is your new objective, Fisher. I'll upload the details to your OpSat.
This is a good place to save because it's impossible to know where this guard is in his route. And you're kind of just having to take a chance by walking out into the open, into this big light, kind of corridor here. So save there. Make sure that you don't get caught, but looks like we got lucky this time. He is nowhere to be seen. And there he is. He's walking in the opposite direction. So we can just sneak right past him.
Please note, there is no longer a smoking section in the cafeteria. All smoking is restricted to designated smoking terraces on the 5th floor.
And let's create a distraction for this guard so that he'll come out and we can sneak past him as well. Apparently the CIA, they're not very smart over there because they put 2 cameras in this room on the same swivel pattern, leaving enormous blind spots. So we can just kind of sneak around them. Definitely need to watch out for this guy too. He gets me all the time because I always just kind of forget he's there. But yeah, wait for him to turn around and then just run past him as fast as possible. While crouched, of course. Don't stand up or else he'll hear you. So
Remain at level 3 patrol until further notification.
okay, there's a guy in an office just on the left here, so let's create a distraction for him.
Charlie! Hello? Hey, can you hear me? I'm hanging up. Try calling me back. Yo!
Okay, and up this elevator we get to kind of the last area, so to speak, of this level. It's also one of the more complicated ones for a couple of reasons. Why isn't this... Oh, you have to actually tell the elevator to go up. Anyways, it's one of the more complicated for a couple of reasons. I'll try to describe... Well, I guess you'll just see.
I just sent you Dougherty's file. He's in information retrieval, Office 508.
What do I do with Dougherty?
Stay out of his way for now. We'll get back to you when we find more on him.
Found traces of the media in a secure data forwarding service in Holland. Another in Bangkok, 3 in Canada.
Any order?
Nope.
Take it back and turn up the volume.
Okay, so this is the part I don't really understand. Sometimes when Dougherty walks out of the office and you go in and hack the computer and come out, there's a freaking guard who walks into the room from the room we just came out of. Sometimes he's not there. Sometimes he is. I don't understand where the game comes up with like how this should work. However, I have found pretty consistently that if you get in really quickly, that he won't be there. So maybe it's all kind of depending on how long it takes you to get in here and actually hack this computer. But keep an eye out, because I don't know how it works, but sometimes a guard will come through there. Anyways, keep an eye on this camera here at the end of the hallway. Try to only move forward when it's not looking directly at you.
We'll call back. Fisher, we're gonna need you to bag Dougherty.
What happened with Grimm's daughter?
We'll worry about that. You worry about Dougherty. Wait for him to take a smoke break. It'll make grabbing him easier. Details on your offset.
Meaning we have 3 points of attack. 2 transformers coming from County Electric Supply and the backup generator. Agent Marks has been trying to sell us on the idea of electrostatic fuel bombs, but the blast radius doesn't figure. A logic bomb activated in the hospital's archival system 70 hours earlier, approximately 10 p.m. on the 28th of October, effectively wiped out our chances of tracing the attack digitally. However, we do know how they gained access to the transformers. These are hospital security access codes. The only parties who have these codes are hospital directors and us. If these codes came from CIA files, then... Excuse me. Yeah? Yeah, I'm telling them about it now. Oh, hold on a sec. I'm gonna be a few minutes if you guys want to take a break. All right, I'm back.
Oh, man, that's rough, Don.
Yeah. Like on the train.
Is she all right?
She's fine, but it was close. I mean, she says she saw bodies.
Hey, careful with your coffee.
So, now my whole family's spooked. My wife doesn't want to send the kids to school tomorrow.
You spilled your coffee.
Christ. In fact, I'm supposed to call her. I gotta run.
All right, I'm going for a smoke. You gonna be around later?
No, I'm taking off.
Hey, you spilled coffee. Somebody's gonna have to clean that up.
I gotta run, Mitch. Take it easy.
Alright, so we need to knock out Dougherty and take him in for interrogation. However, you want to make sure and let him go through this door at the end of the hallway, because he knows the code for the keypad, and we don't know it. So, wait for him to open it first, and then follow him through. Then you're safe to knock him out and carry him the rest of the way.
Junior Wilkes is in position for extraction. He's with Special Agent Baxter, an interrogations expert. They've got a disappearance truck parked in the back.
Hello? Whoa, that's strange. How the hell did that happen?
CIA security dig is chatting up Junior Wilkes and Baxter.
How were they spotted?
They weren't hiding. NSA presence on Langley is completely legit.
The only problem is me and Dorothy.
Right. A SIGINT ninja with a number...
This might be a good place to save your game again, because, well, I guess you could also use the sticky camera. That would be a good place. This would be a really good place to use it so that you can actually look through and kind of see it. I didn't when I was playing through this, but you can just kind of maneuver the camera around like this, take a look inside, be really careful because you don't want to get caught. But there are two guys who kind of patrol this area, and coming through this doorway is tricky because there's a lot of light here, so watch out for that. Alright, let's go ahead and equip an airfoil round. I'll show you how this works. So with the airfoil round equipped, you fire it with right click on the mouse. And it stuns your enemy for just a second, and then you can run up and knock them out. It doesn't completely incapacitate them on its own though. You have to actually run up and hit them. Alright, let's go ahead and use a sticky shocker. Check that out. Okay, we only have one more guy to take care of. Our buddies down here are talking to him and distracting him for us. So we can just sneak right up behind and knock him out.
I don't understand the question.
You doing all right?
God, I thought he would never go away.
This our friend?
That's the man. Did Lambert tell you about Sarah?
No.
She's fine. The blackout spooked her, but she's completely all right.
Ah.
Don't get too emotional. Let's get out of here.
Thanks, Wilkes.
So there you go. That is a ghost run of the CIA level, one of the toughest levels in the game, and my favorite level. It's a lot of fun. There are some little quirks about it that are kind of tricky, tough to figure out, but hopefully I've explained it pretty well. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.